We are live in 3, 2, 1.
A country music festival turns tragic in Las Vegas, ending in the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history.
Police say at least 58 people are dead. More than 500 are injured, and that number is rising. Concertgoers describe chaos and confusion. Authorities seek a motive. Haley Howes posted on Instagram saying, "I can't even put the experience into words. So incredibly blessed to have made it out alive when people were being shot and killed right beside us in every direction." Monica Victoria Kinzamora says she made it out safe. "The sounds I heard is something I'm going to have ingrained in my brain for the rest of my life. Please pray. Please, please, please."
Are you kidding me?
A deadly threat caught on video shows the danger police officers face in the line of duty.
Thousands of people turned up for the New York City Marathon, but one woman raced into history.
"70 people are dead and more than 400 injured in the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history."
2 women stranded on the ocean for nearly 5 months are finally rescued.
Really? We got this. They're actually here to help us.
We'll tell you how the women were finally discovered and who rescued them.
Check out this cell phone video from Indiana. We'll tell you why these 2 women jumped through a drive-through window.
October 20th, 2011. It was about 1:30 in the morning.
Tragedy in the line of duty, a Utah Highway Patrol trooper's story of heart and perseverance.
And be with us, dear, as we learn to deal with this.
26 people are dead and another 20 are injured in a shooting at a Baptist church in Texas.
We are live in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to 11 News at Noon. I'm Jessica Coombs.
And I'm Leanna Tan. President Trump visits the Philippines. This is his last stop of the Asian tour.
And to polish things off, Trump participates in the ASEAN summit. John Lorink has more.
President Trump's 5-country Asian trip ends in the Philippines. The president is attending the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the East Asia Summit. The participating world leaders got together for photos, which featured an awkward handshake. While in Manila, Mr. Trump is meeting with a number of his counterparts, including his first sit-down with Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte.
We've had a great relationship. This has been very successful.
Mr. Trump says the same about the entire Asian tour.
We've made some very big steps with respect to trade, far bigger than anything you know.
The president says a full statement on trade will be released Wednesday.
We have deficits with almost everybody. Those deficits are going to be cut very quickly and very substantially.
Except us. You got a surplus with us.
You're the only one.
But not everyone is impressed.
You now have 11 countries agreeing that they're going to get together and be involved in trade. You have China rising with their economic program trying to influence the world, and we're like coming home. We're staying home, and it doesn't make any sense.
Meanwhile, in Manila, about 2,000 demonstrators took to the streets Monday protesting President Trump's visit. A CNN team said the chants included the phrase, "America and Trump are the #1 terrorists." I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Republican Representative John Curtis will be sworn in today after winning the special election for the 3rd District. Curtis won his race on Tuesday to represent Utah's 3rd District after Jason Chaffetz announced his retirement in June. Curtis is sworn in at a time when Republicans are eager to pass their tax plan. Curtis will also step down as mayor of Provo, where he served for 2 terms.
Salt Lake police are searching for 2 people who shot a man shortly before 6 o'clock this morning. The shooting took place at 100 North and 1000 West in Salt Lake. Investigators say the suspect may have been trying to steal the victim's car. Police say the victim was shot in the upper thigh. They have not released the name of the victim, but say his injuries are not life-threatening.
2 homes destroyed and 4 others damaged after a fire in North Salt Lake neighborhood. Firefighters were called to the scene last night and arrived when 2 houses were already on fire. Fire officials say there was no one injured and everyone was able to get out of their homes safely. Crews are still investigating the cause but believe the fire started in a backyard shed. The displaced families are staying with loved ones for the time being.
A former Cache County deputy is being sentenced for animal cruelty after leaving his dog in a hot car. 36-year-old Jason Whittier is appearing in the 1st District Court of Cache County today. Last July, he says he accidentally left his police dog in his car for nearly 12 hours. The dog died. And animal cruelty is a Class B misdemeanor. Whittier could potentially face up to 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine.
Police have identified the family of 4 found dead in an apparent murder-suicide in Mapleton on Friday. 45-year-old Timothy Griffith and his wife, Jessica Griffith, 42-year-old Jessica Griffith, her biological daughter, 16-year-old Samantha Bedell, and the couple's 5-year-old son, Alexander Griffith, were all found dead inside the family home after a concerned neighbor alerted police. Mapleton police say the family of 4 all died of gunshot wounds. The family recently moved from Switzerland in July and had only lived in their home for 4 months.
The State Department of Health says Utah has one of the highest rates of postpartum depression in the nation. 11 News reporter Christina Bolaños looked into how women cope with the disorder.
For many women who are struggling with postpartum depression, opening up about it can be very difficult. Beatriz Gonzalez is a mother of 2 who suffered postpartum depression with her 2 children who are now 6 and 7 years old.
That is the worst thing I never have experienced before.
Utah's public health data resource says that 14% of women in Utah experience postpartum depression and anxiety after their pregnancies. This puts Utah at one of the highest rates in the nation. Rachel Brown says that perfectionism is one of the main causes for postpartum depression in Utah.
The idea that you even can be a perfect mother, that you need to look good and kind of manage the image of your mothering experience rather than being transparent about all of the challenges and all of the messiness and all the imperfection.
Despite having high rates in postpartum depression, Utah is finding ways to best treat these disorders. The Utah Valley Hospital now offers screenings to new mothers. This can help them feel more confident and secure about their postpartum lives.
Some might argue that it's not the role of a healthcare institution to get in the business of people's emotional wellness.
It has been 6 years since Beatriz Gonzalez has been postpartum depression-free. She now makes sure to balance her lifestyle by taking care of duties at home as well as exercising and eating healthy.
Don't stay in the house because I know that's a safe place, but at the same time can be the worst place for you in that situation.
Mothers who are currently struggling with the postpartum disorder can call the Family Support and Treatment Center at 801-229-1181 or visit postpartum.net.
A deadly earthquake kills more than 400 people in the Middle East, and that number may increase. The 7.3 earthquake shook the border of Iran and Iraq Sunday night. Along with hundreds of people killed, more than 6,600 people are injured. According to local reports, most of those victims were in the Kermanshah province in western Iran. At least 7 were also killed in northern Iraq. The U.S. Geological Survey says a 6.5 magnitude quake hit off the coast of Costa Rica on Sunday evening. The epicenter was 10 miles off the country's western coast. 3 people died of heart attacks at the same time as the quake. The president of Costa Rica says there is no tsunami warning at this time.
The First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas is now a memorial for those who lost their lives in the dreadful shooting. The entire inside of the church is a painted white. 6 white chairs sit inside with the name of each victim who died painted in gold on them. A red rose lies on each chair for each person killed, and a pink rose honors the unborn child. Hundreds of people gathered in the small town yesterday to participate in the first worship service since the shooting happened. The service was held in a tent just a few blocks from the church building.
Despite a rough season for BYU football, the spirit of the Y is still alive. 11 News reporter Valerie Garofalo was in Las Vegas for the weekend's game and joins us now. So Valerie, you were actually at this game. How were the fans gearing up for this tailgate party and for this game?
Just like the Cougar Fight song, loyal, strong, and true, BYU football fans and alumni gathered for an evening of games, food, and fun before the Cougar win. Outside of the Samboyd Stadium in Henderson, Nevada, to get the Cougar fans pumped up for the game.
Win or lose, I love everything about them. I love the football team, and for me, it's more about the journey than the destination, right? And so even if they lose, I can still be at LaVell Edwards Stadium I can still have a mint brownie. I can still, do all the fun things, see all my other friends that love BYU as much as I do.
Although BYU had only won 2 games previous to the UNLV game, the loyalty was clearly represented in Vegas. Some fans even traveled from California and Arizona.
And I actually live in Phoenix, so I drove here to attend the tailgate and the game. And I just really enjoy the spirit of everyone getting together and celebrating
Video
BYU
bomb.
and what we stand for.
Local food trucks like Waffle Love and even the BYU bookstore traveled to sell their merchandise for the loyal fans. The vice president of the Las Vegas alumni, who was in charge of organizing the event, considers herself the Cougs' #1 fan.
I like to I take pictures with all the players. I go to all the games and then I get them to autograph them, and I'm kind of this crazy person.
She creates a new book filled with pictures of all her adventures each year.
I found out where they were practicing, and so I went to the practice field, and then I was able to get on the team bus and take a selfie with all of the players, which is super awesome and one of my favorite pictures ever, probably. So that was a really, really cool, fun thing.
With devoted fans hoping for another Cougar win, the next game will be a home game this Saturday at 1 p.m. in the Lavelle Edwards Stadium.